welcome to my channel. That's what Shannon said. So I am here with you guys today talking to you as a six-figure eBay seller with a ton of experience selling shoes, thousands of shoe reviews, and I want to share with you guys 10 brands of shoes that you have either never heard of or you've been overlooking but that sell really well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to you guys about these shoe brands that no one ever told me about. I was in the wild, as they say, when you're out thrifting or garage sailing or however you're finding your product, and I came across shoes and either something about the quality or the style or the look of it just spoke to me, and I grabbed the shoe and then I figured out, oh, this is a really good seller. So that means that this is years of my trial and error as to these things that you may have just never noticed were there, or they look like an old lady brand, or it just looks a little too weird, or you've just never seen it, so you kind of glance by it because it's not a big name brand like Nike or Teeks or Tory Burch or Doc Martens. Those are all great and those are all surefire sellers, but I'm here to tell you the 10 brands. These are just 10 of my favorite brands that sell really well, and not only do they sell well, but they sell for really good money. And when I say good money, I'm saying that you're going to get no less than $25 per pair if you're selecting them properly. So let's get into this list that I've got. The first brand of shoes is what I call them Arch, but they could be Archie. It's A-R-C-H-E. They just make these really well-made, simple-looking shoes for women. I've never actually seen them for men. Doesn't mean they don't make them, I've just never seen them. And every time I sell a pair of Arch shoes, they sell for around $80. If you have a sense of feeling for a well-made shoe or good quality leather or just, you know, the overall profile of a shoe, you would grab it without seeing it and go, oh, that's something. And that's how I found those shoes. So every time I find them, especially when I'm at the Goodwill bins, I do a little dance because I know I just found pretty much $80 that I'm going to get almost immediately. So Arch is my first brand. Brand number 2, a big favorite of mine, it's called London Underground. So I like to sell the older London Undergrounds that are made of real wood. And you know what? I'm going to grab a pair just to show you. So, because you have to see these things to believe what they are. Okay, so here is a London Underground shoe. It is huge, chunky. This is solid wood, and it is one piece of wood. It's not chopped here, and it's like a heel, and then the other part. This is a vintage one. They don't really make them out of this solid wood anymore. So this shoe right here, this vintage shoe, is going to get me, I'd say somewhere between $100 and $150. Not all London Undergrounds are going to sell for that much. The newer ones are made from cheaper materials here, not the wood that they used to. But this is just such a cool 90s feel grunge shoe that there is a deep love that people have for these. So this is a really great shoe to pick up if you find them. We are right now in 2020 at a point with fashion where that 90s chunky look has come back. That's the look from when I was in high school, and though I have no desire to wear it again because I actually would like to walk around and be functional, I have no problem selling all of that. And on that note, if you know anything about the 90s, those Steve Madden, this is just a bonus, those Steve Madden elastic black sandals that are it's just a platform with a black elastic strap and you slide your feet in. If you can find those vintage, that's an easy $40 to $65. So keep your eyes open for those. My third brand that I really love to sell are Justin boots. So they make all kinds of boots, and they make them for men as well. But if you have ever seen, there is, and I will put a picture in the video somewhere around here, should be coming up. They are called kilty boots, and it's just a simple lace-up boot, and you can put this little extra piece of leather that has these like little tassely things, and that's called the kilty. And usually you can take that out or put it in. But the Justin kilty boots sell so well. Especially if you can find them in colors. Like I found a pair of green ones once, I found a pair of red ones, and they sell super fast. You will get anywhere from, I'd say on the low end, $30, on the higher end, $80 for a pair of those really cute Justin boots. It doesn't have to be Justin. If you find a really great pair of kilty boots, get them, because it's a style that's coming back along with the whole 90s look and that festival look, and that is just a really great investment of your money. That being said, if you find them and they need polish, don't be afraid. I will post up a video and then I will link it here when it's actually posted for how to polish a pair of shoes, because let me just tell you, I did not ever polish a pair of shoes until I became a shoe seller about 3 years ago, and it's super easy, and B, it increases just about 2 to 5 minutes of your time will increase your resale value by $20 to $40. So it is a skill worth learning, and it is the easiest skill to learn, I think, as a reseller. So kilty boots and Justin brand, also a favorite of mine. Okay, so brand number 4 has a cult following, and it is Jessica Simpson. So Jessica makes these shoes that she wears herself. She's really short, so she loves a shoe that has a good platform on it and a really sky-high heel. So most of her shoes, except for like her ballet flats, have this, you know, really loud, really out there, going out, look at me feel. And those shoes have a cult following. Now, I would not pick these shoes up if they're not in really good condition or brand new, but if you do that, have a little bit of patience, they will sell for really good money. It is not one of those brands that flies off the shelf, but like I said, if you pick them up, you will be rewarded. And if you're finding a pair of used heels, clean the insoles a little bit, and you should be cleaning the insoles on pretty much all your shoes anyway. But if if they just need a little cleanup, give them a little cleanup, and then make sure you wipe down the bottoms. People love those shoes, and you don't have to worry about what size. Get them in size 5, get them in size 10. They will all sell. There is a cult following for Jessica Simpson shoes. The girl knows what she likes, and she makes what she likes, and it works. So my next brand that I absolutely love, it's actually not the brand of shoes, because you could pick up the brand and not have it sell so well. It's this line in the brand. So it is Dr. Scholl's. Dr. Scholl's does have a line of shoes, and some of them are actually super cute. And if you don't believe me, just pop on eBay right now or Poshmark. But this is the Dr. Scholl's. They feel crazy good, and it's like their version of a Croc, but this is a clog, and it's called Dance. And anything that looks like this from Dr. Scholl's will sell so insanely fast, and for no less than $40. I actually had a pair that were in really crappy condition, and they were worn at the bottom, and I still sold them for $35 with full disclosure as to the condition of them. I happen to have picked these up today, and they're brand new, so I'm really excited. I will post them up, and that's going to be a quick $40 to $60. Just depends what the market is calling for this week. But yeah, you would never think it. This really crazy lightweight rubbery clog from Dr. Scholl's is a huge seller, so this one I highly recommend. Okay, next brand, which you're like, it's not a hot commodity type of thing, and it's not super fashionable, but it's expensive to buy it new, and people who know this brand love the brand, is Mephisto. They make sensible shoes, we'll call them. They're just sensible shoes. They make a lot of sandals, things that are really supportive. A lot of their shoes can be adjusted over the top for the insole, the instep, and like I said, the shoes new cost a lot of money. So Mephisto, especially for men, really great earner. Sometimes you might have to be a bit patient with the women's sandals, but I promise you, you will get a really good return on investment with Mephisto. So go ahead and grab Mephisto. The next brand that I really like selling, I've had great success selling it, it just sells fast, is Vionic, and especially the Vionic sandals. They are just sensible shoes. There's nothing really fantastic about them, but they make sandals that have a really nice conformed footbed, and so you don't feel like you're walking around in pieces of crap. So I can get a pair of, just simple thong sandals from them or slides, and sell them super fast and sell them for a quick $20. Now, you're like, $20 is not that big a deal. It is a big deal for a pair of sandals that are just, like I said, little flip-flops or something. So if you're finding a brand and their flip-flop can sell for $20 when most used flip-flops sell for around $10, that's a good brand to be grabbing. So go ahead and get Vionic. Get any Vionics, sandals especially, but I have sold their mules for a good $30, and I can't remember what else I sold from them, but they're a good buy. So I don't know if outside the bubble of Portland, the holy triumvirate of Keen, Merrell, and Teva are as big as they are here. But that's a holy triumvirate. I mean, I'm wearing my favorite Merrell boots right now. I'll stick a picture of them because I absolutely love these boots. And if you happen to have a pair of them sitting around in your inventory in size 6 or 6.5, you just let me know. It's my mission to buy several pairs of these so that I don't ever run out. But I'm talking about Keen specifically. Keens sell. They make shoes for everything from baby and kids to women and men's. They make sandals, they make sneakers, and they make boots. And everything Keen sells, especially here in Portland. They make a specific sport sandal. There are two versions. There's the Keen H2 and then there's the Whisper. And I'll throw some photos up here. Hopefully I'm doing it right with my editing. And those are surefire sellers. If you find a pair of men's and they're in great shape but they're dirty, or women's, clean them. They clean up so easily, it's not funny. Clean them and sell them, because I will make $15 on a pair of kids, and I can sell the women's and the men's for $25 and up. It just depends on the color, the style, the wear, and they do sell in all kinds of conditions. So Keen is a great thing to pick up, especially those sports sandals, and Keen kids. I mean, my son has huge feet, and I love putting him in Keens because they just don't wear down that fast, and they're a really comfortable shoe for the kid. They can be cleaned, and they fit his big fat feet. So definitely get Keen. I know it's not fashionable. I know it's not Tory Burch and Coach and Teaks and Rag and Bone. I get that. But are you here to make money, or are you here to be a fashionista? Another brand of shoe that I love, that is expensive to begin with, that is super popular among the people that wear this kind of shoe, and that I just do a little dance every time I find them, is Vivo Barefoot. Love Vivo Barefoot. My husband's crazy about Vivo. It's all one word when you type it in. It should be Vivo Barefoot. They make women's and men's, and they do make boots. If you find the boots, that is an easy $150. And I have found boots a few times at the bins, and nobody knows what they are, and I'm just here doing my little dance, hoping nobody's looking at me. So Vivo Barefoot is an awesome brand to not just wear, but to invest in. I would easily, if I came across a pair of Vivos that were 10 or 15 bucks, I would spend that. And I am spoiled. I shop at the bins, and so I don't spend more than like $2 for a pair of shoes ever. But Vivos are a brand that I would absolutely invest in. And the boots, no questions asked. I would highly, highly recommend you jump in on some boots. I have had Vivo Barefoot boots many times sell in under about 10 minutes. They are that desirable. And I'm talking about men's. The women's sell, and I've sold pairs of women's that were really worn, but I knew they would sell. So definitely jump on that brand when you find it. That being said, many other brands make barefoot type shoes, and I would highly recommend grabbing those. Merrell has a line of barefoot. There are several other brands out there, so you'll know when you're finding a minimalist shoe that it has almost nothing to the sole. Pick it up, comp it because I can almost guarantee you that it will sell for a lot of money. Okay, so this is a brand that the new version of this brand sells okay, actually, but the vintage version of this brand is very, very well loved and respected, and that is Nine West, believe it or not. Yes, Nine West. If you are looking at classic heels and pumps that are new and made by Nine West, I would definitely pick those up because they have really cornered the market on a very well made and dependable classic pointy toe pump. They do that really well. But their older stuff is both really cute. It really just encapsulates that feel and look of the 90s. They've got a whole bunch of really cute square-toed shoes, boots. They've got chunky stuff. They've got older kilties. I mean, I pick up vintage Nine West a lot, and man, it sells really well. That being said, know your aesthetic, know your style, because not all vintage Nine West looks good. Some of it is just not good. So you'll have to get a sense of what it is that really works for selling. But vintage Nine West, man, who knew? It can sell, and it sells for like $30, $35 pretty consistently. Actually, not pretty consistently, consistently. Two brands that, for whatever reason, they're kind of interchangeable to me, even though they're two completely separate brands. So the first is Coghill, and the second is Gentle Soles. Now, Coghill is made by New Balance, but Coghill is New Balance's line of really nice-looking shoes. They make really cute ankle boots. They make, sorry, my hair is just tickling me everywhere. They make really cute ankle boots. They make sandals. They make all sorts of really lovely, well-made, really great support shoes. So Coghill takes a little bit of patience, but it sells really well. And then you have Gentle Soles, which is a line made by Kenneth Cole, and it's really expensive, like $200 and some for a pair of ankle boots, and it sells. You need your style names on that. So like you can't don't just on any shoe, but especially on Gentle Soles, don't just get the shoe and be like, oh, this is an ankle boot. Find the name of it. Do image searches. Because people who know Gentle Soles actually know and love specific style names of Gentle Soles. So it will do you a lot of good to make sure that you get that style name in there. And I mean, that goes for any brand. Lucky Brand has specific ankle boots that people love. Sam Edelman does. They all have specific style names, and people find and seek out those style names. So Gentle Soles is no different. And if you are good about that, if you find them in good condition, you're looking at a sale of no less than about $30 to $35 resale, and that's on the very low end. That is the I want to just sell this as quick as I can sale price. But most of the time you're going to find that Gentle Soles will bring you in about $50. Then I have a bonus one for you guys. It isn't a brand, it's a style of shoe, but you would never really think it. So it is any Victorian style of shoe. People who do reenactments, Ren Fair, cosplay, theater people, I used to be a theater person, just so you know. There is a need for these Victorian styles of shoes. So any brand, even if it's cheapy, pick it up because it will sell, and you will easily sell your Victorian style shoes for around $20, sometimes more. Kenneth Cole, is it? Pretty sure it's Kenneth Cole. Kenneth Cole has a whole line of older vintage, they're not vintage, they're vintage now. They were new in the 90s. So they have a whole bunch of Victorian style shoes because that was like a big thing for what they were making back then. You can even see Jennifer Aniston wearing a pair in Friends. And those sell so well, and they sell for like $35 to $65 depending on the style and the condition of them. So Victorian style shoes, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I've already put pictures in here, I'm sure, but go and look it up so that you have a sense of what you are, what you should be on the hunt for. Those just sell really, really well. Okay, so there you have it, you guys. These are my tried and true brands that never fail for me. They always sell. They're things to look out for. They are not the cutest thing. You're not going to see them all over the fashionista blogs and things like that. But I can tell you that they will make you money every time you invest in them. And so when you go out looking for shoes, don't just look for the Nikes and the Adidas and the Doc Martens and things like that. Look beyond that and look at what I call the hidden bread and butter gem. Blech, that's a hidden bread and butter jam. No, the hidden bread and butter gems that will make you money, that will make you excited to be a reseller, and that will get you feeling like, hey, I actually know what I'm doing here. If you got any value out of this video, please hit the like button for me and also subscribe. I talk about not just eBay here, but my family that I am transplanting over to the Netherlands in the next couple of months, and I'm also going to be coming back to my roots. I was a personal trainer for 15 years and a nutrition coach, and I'm going to be incorporating information back into my channel because I do miss doing all of that with everybody. So thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day, and please let me know if you have any questions in the comments.